my presentation with this quote. A very concern with more evidence is an antiquated and bourgeois feature of capitalism's legal system. We are revolutionaries. We commit from a revolutionary passion. This quote is from Ernesto Guevara. So, I'm going to talk about Colombia. Colombia is a wonderful country. You say that. It's gorgeous. But we started a civil war 50 years ago. So, as we know, as a human being, we never can be agreed with our partners, and we can know more about this in a political thinking. For different political reasons, we can know that we had wars in our countries, like wars with different countries, or even wars in our own countries. For this different political thinking in Colombia, 50 years ago, we started a war between the two more important political parties. And the consequence of this war was the revolutionary groups called guerrillas groups in Colombia. These groups were formed to defend the people in Colombia, the people who were like political persecuted in Colombia. So today I'm gonna talk about the peace talks, because in Colombia right now we want to sign peace, and so I'm gonna talk about guerrilla groups in Colombia, peace talks agenda, and why is the agenda suspended. So, the guerrilla groups in Colombia. The first group that I'm going to talk about is the Revolutionary Armed Force of Colombia. Their name is FARC. This is the representation of the group in Colombia. This is the oldest and largest guerrilla group in Colombia. According to organization, FARC is one of the most powerful guerrillas around the world. So this guerrilla group has a power like part of the north of Colombia, and it's going like all the middle part of Colombia, where are all like the woods and stuff, and the mountains, like all this part here. And also, this group make per year like $500 and $600 million per year, and is, according to Forbes, the third group most powerful in the world. So the other group that we had in Colombia, the other guerrilla group that we had in Colombia is ELN. So it's the National Liberation Army, ELN in Spanish. And actually, the interesting thing about these guerrilla groups in Colombia is that they are formed by intellectual people. Like these people, even they were like rich people who go to the best universities around the world, and they started fighting for this cause in Colombia, like defending the peasant people and the poor people and the persecuted people in Colombia. So this group in particular was formed by students, by Catholic radicals and intellectuals in 1965. They were inspired by the Cuban Revolution and Marxist ideology. I have to say that part of these guerrilla groups, all of them, has been inspired by the Cuban Revolution and the Marxist and Leninist ideology. Also, they were really political and stayed out of the drug business for a long time. These groups didn't start with the drug business. They were fighting for the people. They were fighting to protect the peasant people in Colombia. And after all the war, all the drug started, like the business in Colombia, like all the cartels and stuff, they started doing the drug business too, like to get more money to buy more guns and fight the Colombian army. So, the peace talks agenda, like I said before, the FARC It's like the oldest and revolutionary group in Colombia, and now they want to sign pass. They want to sign the peace with the government, and these negotiations with the government started in also Norway, and the present day they are meeting in La Habana, Cuba. Like I said, they have like a similar ideological thinking with Cuba. They are meeting that's why they are meeting there. These conversations start officially in September 4th of 2012, and the countries that are participating between the government and the FARC, the Revolutionary Army, are Cuba, Norway, Chile, and Venezuela. So this is a picture of mothers who they lost their sons in the war. So that's why this agenda has 6 points, 6 really important points. There is a land reform, political participation, drug trafficking, rights of victims, disarmament of the rebels, the implementation of the peace deal. So the peace talks were suspended last week. So why these peace talks were suspended? First, in November 16, FARC kidnapped Army General along with a military official and a civilian. This is the General Ruben Darío Alzate. They kidnapped them in the part of the country, and the thing is, like, even they are in a peace talk, the government didn't suspended any like they didn't say, okay, the army is gonna finish right now, we're not gonna go behind you in all the country. There is no like the FARC also is like keeping their business. They are keep kidnapping people, they are keep putting like mines in the country. And so for the government, kidnapping the general, it was like a really important point, because they want peace, and they say that the FARC is not taking these big talks really seriously. So that's why the government suspended the talks this week, the last week. And after the president suspended the talks on Tuesday, the FARC accepted that they have the general and the other 2 people. Because from the beginning, they said, no, we don't have them. But at the end, they did. And the government said they only will sit and talk again if they release the general and the other 2 civilians. In conclusion, I would like to say that we still, like Colombian people, after 50 years, after more than 50 years of war, we still have the hope to find peace, and our hopes are because the group still, they said that they want to sign peace in our country, and they want to do better stuff in our country. They don't want to keep like doing the drug business. They don't want to do that kind of stuff anymore. Also, it's because the Colombian government said that they are going to have more commitment with the agenda. Also, because the government is looking for more economical help to help in the post-conflict. And also, we want to let the world that we can sign peace after a civil war of so many years that had caused a lot of pains in our country, and we just want to be an example for the world with these peace. Thank you.